enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dockmates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
All right, so now that we have our shims to support the board on these ribs, knees, toes, shoulders, head, shoulders, knees and toes, ribs, knees and toes. No? Okay. Now that we have this, I have to sand. There's no way about it. So I put this tape on here to keep the epoxy from like water falling down the edge. So now when you pull it off, there's a sharp edge, like even serrated edge. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a sharp edge of epoxy. So what I need to do though is take this and the shims, put it both down here, and make sure it's still level, because between measurements and cutting out the shims, who knows, like, it's not perfect, so I gotta at least try to make sure it's still level. But I need to put this board down in there, and if I don't shave off that sharp edge of epoxy, your boy's gonna be cut. Cool. Making some progress. So I sanded down all of the razor sharp serrated edges, got all the tape off, and then I rounded over the edge a bit too, so it's really nice. I just used the random this is the round sander, that guy. On the man, I am at a loss for words today. The vacuum, thank you. And I had, of course, my respirator on too, so yeah, trying to keep it safe around here. So the next thing is we get to choose our hardware. Yeah, you guys know how I love my new hardware, and we got some new hardware for the bulkhead mounts. So let's go ahead and take a look, and we'll pick one together.
This one is a number 10, 2.5 inch. It says flatwood right
there. Guys, all right. I'm laughing here if you can't tell. We all that analysis about picking our screw, our fastener here, basically I just threw it out the window. So this is the one that we wanted to go with, and look what happens. It's too loose in these holes that I drilled too soon. Too soon. Why would I drill holes before I have my final hardware? The fasteners that I wanted to use aren't going to be possible because they're too small, so I have to use the other ones that are just the right Goldilocks size. Don't drill your hole until you know what goes in it. Don't drill your hole until you know what you're putting in it. Yeah. You guys are getting all of the life advice here aboard SV Yara. Let's keep it going. I am so happy right now. The dry fit, it's everything I could have asked for and everything we've been working towards. And it's not easy. I mean, I'm not a skilled boat builder. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not an engineer. But we got it to work. And it's really good. Ta-da! This is a little baby level. That's why I was, look at, on a freaking boat. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Like I can't even. Man, that brought me to tears. Okay? Let's look at another thing. Check this out. So, come down here. There's our wedge. Look at how even it is. Front to back, side to side. Athwartships to midships. Look at that. There, you can't even really see light under it. You guys. Those aren't tear jerkers. I don't know what is. Let's go check the other side. Come on. Pop this sucker. This is real time, okay? And no tricks here. Ain't no tricks. Pop it down. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can even see the bubble moving because the boat's slightly swaying side to side right now. That's why I was crying happy tears. This is real, you guys. Let's check our wedge on this side. The big fatty wedge. Look at this. Okay. Here we go. Big fatty wedge. Boom. Look at that. Look at that reveal. It's consistent all the way back. And look how nice and tight it is on the wood here. Tear jerkers, guys. All of that time and effort and work and measuring and planning and studying and thinking and stress and research came down to something that's freaking level on a boat, and it fits and it works, and we did it ourselves. We had help, absolutely had help. Could not do this boat if we didn't have help. But it's just about as DIY as it can get. This has been probably the single most challenging project. When I was sailing halfway around the world, my I guess you could say mentor, John, who definitely got me into yachting and cruising and sailing, and his son Hugh too, but John gave me a lot of good advice when we were full-time cruisers, and we often talk about, like, well, what makes a good boat, and what makes a good blue water boat, what makes a good coastal cruiser, what makes a boat safe, what are some of the features and design of a boat that you're looking for. And it always is used boats. Sure, new boats are nice, but used boats, and I've always been looking at used boats. We've always knew we were going to get a used boat. And one of the things that he said over and over and over again is, just don't buy a boat that needs new tanks, either fuel, water, holding tank. Just walk away. There's other ones out there. Going into this purchase, we really didn't know that we had bad tanks, and no fault to the surveyor or to the previous owner, until you actually fully investigate the tank. And sometimes that could mean ripping up cabinetry and floorboards and things like that. You can't see all the tank. So this is not a bash on previous owner or our surveyor at all, or our broker at all. And now I know why John said don't buy a boat that needs tanks, because this is a big, huge project. And those tears you saw were a reflection of that. of all the time and effort and energy and planning and thoughts and stress and research that goes into this type of project, because you can't just buy something off the shelf. These boats aren't made anymore, so I can't just go to the Sceptre yacht store and get what I need. We have to make stuff. We have to get creative. We have to, and then in my mind, I want to improve it too. I want to make it better than factory. I want to bring things up to a better standard, a more modern standard, a safer standard, a more advanced, like maybe technologically advanced standard than 1984. And even though I'm not a yacht designer or yacht builder, you know, I know that there's pros and cons of plastic, but you know, our decision was to go with plastic. I think it's a more modern material for boat freshwater systems than what was in here originally. So, all of that said, those tears were just the result of, I feel like we're doing something right.